Hello students, in this video we are going to see diagram concept. In statistics and diagram concept we can expect on 10 mark or 5 mark question. So this is a question, explain diagrams and its type. So first we will see what is the diagrams. So diagram is nothing but it is a visual form of the presentation of the data. Okay. So and if you instead of data numbers, if you see the diagrams, easily we can say which one is greater, which one is small. So that is the main concept of diagrams. See, here some types are the box diagram, circle, rectangle, square, and it is a very attractive attention of large number of the person. And using this, we can compare the two or more set of data. So types of diagram. So here we have one-dimensional, two-dimensional, three-dimensional, pictogram and cartogram. So cartogram is another name is map diagram. Now see one by one. Before you going to types of diagram, first you see the rules for constructing the diagram. So these are the rules you follow. First you need title. Okay, when you construct the diagram, the title is very important and the proper size. Okay. Next, proper scale. That means if you take x-axis, y-axis, in school days you learn no x-axis 1 centimeter equal to 5 units. Likewise, you have to proper the scale. Okay. Next, the index. So index for x-axis, y-axis is very important. Last now fifth one is sources. Likewise, footnotes. So they given what are the variables. For that you write footnotes. So attractiveness. The attractiveness is very important. The last one is neatness and simplicity. In the diagram we can color or shade. That will give the proper neatness. So this is the general rule for constructing diagram. Sometime in 5 mark they will ask write the rules for constructing diagram. So just you make the note for this title. For the notes, for the title you write clear notes. Next. Going to see one-dimensional diagram. So one-dimensional here very important concept. Sometimes 2 mark also we can ask. They can ask the question. Explain one-dimensional diagram. So what is a one-dimensional? One-dimensional diagrams are such diagrams which are only one-dimensional measurement. So this is a one point is note. Only one-dimensional measurement. So in the name we have one-dimensional note. That is nothing but one measurement. It like height or length, breadth. Or so this type of, if you consider only one variable, so that is called one-dimensional. So and these diagrams, in what form? The form of the diagrams are bars or lines. So mainly in the dimensional one-dimensional we are using only bar diagrams. It's very important. Here don't give the importance to the width of the thickness. So it is not necessary. And the height of the lines or bars are taken on the basis of values. So if x-axis and y-axis, no, the x-axis, the y-axis is only the variable, so that only you note, very important. And one-dimensional diagram, first one is line diagram. So what is line diagram? So in this diagram, only line drawn to the represent one variable. So one dimension, one thing you remember, one variable, only one variable. So so the one for only one variable you draw the line diagram. So this line may be there are two ways we can draw. One is vertical and horizontal. But in exam in your classwork, in your graph, only you do vertical only. So vertical only give you a perfect view. So and the line diagram is used in case where there are many items, there is least difference between the different values. And the next one is the construction of this diagram is very simple. It makes comparison easy. So if you draw over 5 lines, so each length height of the line is different. So easily we can identify which one is very big, which one is very small. So for the comparison, this type of line diagram is very used. The last one is it has no width and ends of very poor visual effect. So it is less attractive. So in the line diagram, you only draw line, no. So there is no width for the line. So for that, so it is not it is only a less attractive only. Okay, now let's see the example for line diagram. So here given the month and the number of accident. There are 12 months, the corresponding month accidents are the given. So you take x-axis and y-axis. The month only you write in x-axis, okay? And number of accidents is what is the greater value of my number of accidents? 27. So you take 5 in the y-axis, number of accidents. Okay. So already said the rules for construction diagram. So first we need the title, no? So this is a line diagram. So this is a title, okay? And a month and number of actions given. So in month 1, what's the count? 21. So month only you take 1. So here each diagrams are you represented by line, no? That is called line graph. Okay. After line diagram, we have bar diagram. So bar diagram is a very important concept. So bar diagram is nothing but it is a very easiest and most commonly used method, and it consists of bars of equal width. That means here also there are two concepts. There are two diagrams we can draw in bars diagram. One is horizontal, vertical, but mainly you take vertical diagram only, and they make comparison between different variables. So we have some examples of bar diagrams: simple, multiple, subdivided, percentage, and deviation bar, broken bar. So likewise we have some example, but mainly focus on only some important bar diagram only that you see. First one, simple bar diagram. Sometimes two mark they will ask what is simple bar diagram. So the simple bar diagram is nothing but it is used for comparative study of two or more items or value of a single variable. So these are the types of one-dimensional. So one dimensional one is nothing but it is a single variable. So for the single variable mainly use bar diagram. So in the bar diagram, first one is nothing but simple bar diagram. And this can also be drawn either vertically or horizontally. Bar diagram also we can draw vertical or horizontal way. But you draw only vertical. That is a important one. Now the last point is distance between the bars should be equal. So whenever you draw the bar diagram, each bar diagram will use some gap. That gap is equal. Next. So now see the example for the bar diagram. They given the year and the corresponding year production cost is also is given. Okay. So the year you mentioned x-axis. You take x-axis and y-axis. Here on you write x-axis. And production cost you take y-axis. Here production cost, what is the highest value? 70. What do you do? In y-axis you take 1 centimeter equal to 10 units. Okay, so you take 10. So 10, 20, 30 up to 80. So what is the title here? Production cost over, this is a given, this is the title, okay? And the year you just write it down. So 2010, what is the production cost? 55. So 55. You draw one rectangle bar. This is a bar diagram. So leave some gap, the constant gap for each production cost. So this is an example for bar diagram. Okay, next, the multiple bar diagram. So multiple bar diagram nothing but the diagram is used for make comparison between more than two variables. Sometime in the given problem, in the last simple part they given year and the corresponding production cost. Sometime more than two variables means you use multiple bar diagram. Let's see the example, from that we can understand the concept. See the year they given, year profit before tax, profit after tax they given. Okay, there are two variable, no? For the year when they given two columns they given, proper profit before after. Okay, so here also you take the year on the x-axis and y-axis you take 50-50. See proper before 2014 is 195. So the blue box represent before tax, and the corresponding 2014 proper after tax is 80. So you side by side you draw. This is called multiple bar diagram. And 2015 also you draw two bar. So sometime three variables also given. For that upper three bar diagram you should draw, and after that leave same constant. So this is an example for multiple bar diagram. Now the third one is subdivided bar diagram. So subdivided bar diagram also it is nothing but it's a component bar diagram and used in presenting the total of data and their main parts. Division are components. So it is also like multiple diagram. That means more than two variables given means you use multiple, or subdivide also we can use. So subdivision means we have to divide the given data. So let's see the example. From that you can understand the concept. See the given expenditure rate and the corresponding school 1 school 2 they given in lakhs given. So what do you do? Now there are two school 1 school 2. So school 1 you take and x-axis school 1 school 2. Construction, what's the cost? 80. So here you take 50 y-axis, so 80. So first 80 you just to for draw first for draw the bar diagram for 80. After that compute 35 lakhs. So what you do? For the 80 plus 35 what? 150. So 150 you draw one more box. So like subdivision of the parts, this is called subdivision bar diagram. Now after subdivision, the fourth one is percentage bar diagram. So it is nothing but it is like subdivided bar diagram only. The given data, what you do? Just you change in percentage. So the same concept only, but you convert to percentage. That's the only difference. Let's see that example. Same problem. What do you do? So percentage means what? Total is 100. So in 100, 10, 10 or 20, 20 you mark in y-axis. You just to make the given data into percentage. After that you draw. So this is an example for percentage bar diagram. Now, so one dimensional is over. Now we move to second dimensional diagram. So what is second dimensional diagram? In one dimension only one variable is we use, means that is one dimensional. Here two dimensional diagrams are those where the length as well as width of the bar both the area are considered in the construction of diagrams. That means, so it is also called as area diagram or surface diagram because we are use a length and breadth. Okay, L into B. What is the area of the rectangle formula? L into B. So there are two variable involving means, so that is nothing, that is our one dimensional, two dimensional diagram. Okay, so here we have a lot of example for two dimensional, so rectangle diagram, square diagram, so likewise pie diagram. So we are mainly focus on pie diagram because in exam 5 mark question draw the pie diagrams question, most of them they asked. So you concentrate this concept. So this pie diagram is nothing but it is also called circular diagram. So what do you do? If the total of the circle is to be shown in different part of the parts or component, sector diagram is used for it. So circle is nothing but you if a circle or a whole angle 360. So what do you do? The given data we convert into angle. As there are 360 at the center, the value of different components are converted into angular value, taking the whole data equal to 360. Another name for the pie diagram is called circular diagram. So this is the main thing in pie diagram. From the example, we can understand the pie diagram. Okay, see this is an example. They given the items and the corresponding expenditures given. Food 87, clothing 27, like this is given. So what do you do? First of all, you add the total. Okay, if you add means the total we get. After using the total, if you convert into angle means the total of angle is 360. Just you multiply each one by 360 divided by total, we get the corresponding central angle. After that, using the angle, you draw the circle. And in the food means what angle is food? What is the angle of food? We get the food only a largest value. So food, if you convert to the angle means we get 174 degree. So this is a large one. So upon similarly you draw for remaining clothing, recreation, education, rent. So each sector, if you add all the sector angle, we get 360. So this is an example for pie diagram. Now three dimensional diagram. So you done one dimensional, two dimensional, three. What is three dimensional? So one dimensional is one variable, two dimensional two variable, and three dimensional nothing but like three variable. For example, so use length, width, and height. Using this, we can draw a three dimensional diagram. Also, it has some name. It is known as cubic diagram, and it may be drawn in the form of cylinder, block, sphere, etc. So the example for three-dimensional is nothing but cylinder, block, sphere, and cubic, cuboid. This all is an example of three-dimensional diagram. And let's see the example. See the picture of the three-dimensional diagram. It is a three-dimensional means there are three axes: x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. So this is a diagram. See, we can see the length, breadth, height. So these three things we can see the each block. So this is the example for three-dimensional. Now, pictodiagram. So pictogram is the fourth concept. So pictograms is a technique of presenting a data through appropriate pictures. Pictogram is pictures. So also it has a name. Also it is called as pictured graph or pictograph. So and pictogram prove very attractive and effective. They create a lasting impression on the mind. So it also very useful thing in statistics. So let's see the example, then we get clear idea about the pictogram. The year and the corresponding sugar cane given. See, for 2013, how many ton they given? 10 ton. So you just draw 10 sugar cane. That is nothing but each sugar can represent 1 ton. So how many ton is there? 10. 13 ton. So this is a pictograph example for the pictograph diagram. Now last one is cartogram, or we can call other name is map diagram. So cartograms are used to represent the data on geographical basics. For example, possible data of rainfall. So geographical basics concept is based on the cartogram only. So these diagrams are very attractive or effective if message is to be communicated to common people. So using this geographical basic, that means map diagram, every people can understand the concept. Let's see the example. From that we can see what is map diagram. See, they are given India map. So in the India map there are different shade here. See, in the first box there is green, that means no cases. Wherever you see the green color, there is no cases. So 1 to 20 cases. If it is yellow color means 1 to 20. Similarly, orange or red zone means more than 100 cases. So instead of seeing the data, the graph, that means the map show where so எங்கெல்லாம் வந்து red zone இருக்கோ easier we can understand. So this is a concept of cartogram or map diagram. The last one. So the main thing is advantages of diagrammatic presentation. Let's see what is the advantages. So it is a very attractive and impressive and simple and easy to understand. So anyone can understand this diagram concept, and it is very easily and in a short time and helpful in making comparison. And the diagram easily we can compare, we can conclude which one is big, which is small. So it's very easy to compare the diagram presentation, and they save much time and energy. So it is save the time, and diagram leave good visual impact, and diagrams give a very clear picture of a data. So this is the main advantage of diagrammatic presentation. Now, limitation of diagrammatic presentation. So a limited amount of information only we can give. If more than 1000 to 2000 means we can't draw. So upon limited only in the diagram we can show. So that is a very main limitation for the diagram presentation. Useful only for comparative studies only we can use this, and difficult to present data with greater accuracy. So in greater accuracy we can give the present data. So this is a main limitation of the diagrammatic presentation. Okay, I hope you understand the whole concept and go through this video. It's very useful, and we can learn the diagram concept. So thank you student.